This is my final reflection, and our assignment this time was to reflect on the state of American higher education and what do I feel are the main priorities for higher education moving forward. And we're also supposed to be talking about my own opinion that I feel for emerging priorities, future trends, and new directions for the field over the next 5 years. In the economy today and tomorrow, the demand for a more educated and skilled workforce is only going to continue to grow. Jobs that require post-secondary education are increasing in demand, and those that do not, they're both shrinking in number and in pay. Therefore, I think the need for an effective and affordable higher education system grows more important every year. In other words, to me, higher education, whether it's 4-year, 2-year, or even a certificate, is not only a necessity now, but a luxury. The main priorities to me for higher education moving forward are college completion, tuition increase, and decline of government funding. With college completion, it's among probably the most critical measures of success in higher education. Individuals who complete a bachelor's degree earn almost twice as much as those who've only graduated high school, and they face an unemployment rate of less than 3%. Those who start but don't complete college are the most likely to default on student loans, even though they may not have as much debt as someone that holds an actual 4-year degree. But I think that we have to really look at the graduation rate and how it measures on first-time, full-time students and the ones that are expected to finish. For students at a 4-year college, the graduation rate measures the number of first-time, full-time students who completed within 6 years at the same institution. And for associate degree-seeking students, it measures how many completed it within 3 years. But I think that the graduation rate and retention are crucial. They need to be a top priority because it affects funding, it affects a lot of other things when a student doesn't complete the program. Tuition increase is, to me, another critical area. Colleges should also be concerned about rising tuition prices because the higher the tuition, the more students will be asking for financial aid assistance such as scholarships, loans, grants. Rising tuition can mean more students leave college or transfer to a more affordable college, causing a decline in student enrollment, therefore affecting the graduation rate like I just talked about. One part in our book that I read on page 29, for American higher education as a whole, rising prices have been accompanied by increasing social stratification. The last is the decline in the government funding. I think that's a huge problem in higher ed. With state and federal budgets slowly decreasing, it presents a problem to continue running a school with quality faculty and staff and still maintain low tuition. I think that this is going to remain a high priority, in my opinion, because we're going to have to rely on outside resources and donors to supplement our budgets. Me personally, you know, with the way the state and federal government fund my program, that I have to rely on additional money from the main campus budget. I have to look at grants and different things to help supplement projects that we're doing because we're getting less and less money. And if you don't fall under the category that they're wanting you to, they're going to take some of your money. So I just think that's a big issue. Some of the trends that I think for higher education is really the social and digital media. Institutions, they continue to take advantage of social media and digital platforms like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and podcast to market their programs. Website design has been an additional crucial component in how colleges and universities present themselves to prospective students. I think this is a huge trend. I also think in the next 5 years there's going to be a mass adoption of teleconferencing and distance learning, and in significant numbers will be transitioned to hybrid classes that combine online learning components with less frequent on-campus and in-person class meetings. We're seeing that now, and I think that's going to continue being a trend where you go to class one day a week and the rest of it's online. It just helps students work with that. We have to allow, I also think that you must make college accessible for students. We have to allow students with learning challenges more accessibility in the classroom. In today's society, you see more non-traditional students, and I think that this is the direction that higher education is going. Like myself, I work a full-time job, have a family, and take online classes to get my master's degree. I fit the non-traditional role, as do so many others. But overall, in my reflection with this video, is I think we have a lot of issues facing higher education that need to be addressed, as well as current trends that we're seeing. I think some of the trends are good, and I think that we're moving in a positive direction with higher education, and the more that we adapt to the way society is changing, the better we're going to be. It's been a great semester, and have a great day.